Hello, what's up, everybody? Welcome back to the Pits Podcast. Again, this is a safe space for you, but not your mess, including our own, because here at the Pits Podcast, we are always respectfully with the shit. It is me, Jay.
It's your boy Q. I ain't got no
AKA, no AKA.
Right.
Let me not say that. I don't want to get canceled, honey. So how they try to do Amanda
Oh,
Seal?
shit.
We
Damn.
calm down.
Forgot all about it. Yeah.
Be relaxed.
I mean, as long as you ain't got on no shield.
All right. So, Q, how's your past week been?
Oh, my past week has been cool. It's been chill. Just work and just
Nothing really different.
nothing really going on.
Crazy. I mean, that's good. Honestly, some days I feel like that's good. Like just a regular old mundane day. No more, no less.
Right. Sometimes you just need to cool.
Hello.
Just cool down, you know?
I do.
What about you?
My week has been good. The same, really, like chilling, ordering things offline that I probably shouldn't, but it is what it is, and now they're delivered. So it is what it is. It felt worth it in that moment. Planning future vacations has been happening, so I'm excited about that. You know, we love to get out and about and do things. So that's been going on. Summer Walker has been going on.
Oh yeah. You know what? Let's just move into what's
Stallion has
popping.
been going on. Like it's just been some good things going on. And since we're on this train of good things going on, maybe not all good. Let's just go ahead and should we get right into the hot topics?
Yeah, let's just jump into it.
Let's just jump into it. Okay. What's going on?
No, like you was going with Summer Walker because she dropped her sophomore album, Still Over It. And of course, I would say right now, my top two are Insane and Closure.
Oh, Insane is so good. Oh, that is so right this morning in the shower.
Really, Insane is very I was good.
Like, girl, yes. Absolutely, honey. And we live for a dragon of somebody's mother. I said,
oh, what was that one? Fourth baby mama. Yeah.
You better write and sing, Summer. She really did what she have to do. The comparisons are very late. I'm over, which I get it when it's music industry people. You just compare.
What comparisons?
Oh, you haven't seen the comparisons to her album versus Lemonade?
Why would you make that comparison?
Oh no. Because every time any female artist does anything, Beyonce is somewhere eating eggs Benedict like, nah, how I get it. See, now how I get it.
You know what? She probably let out a long ass breath.
Yes.
Just a heavy ass breath.
Here we go. It's just like, let the girl have her moment on her own because I think she is crossing, if not has crossed, lots of number ones as far as the R&B genre is concerned. I think the article was she had, what is it? The highest streaming debut for any female presenting R&B artist. I was like, that's interesting that they're using that terminology now, but also good for them.
Presenting.
But then, of course, the next thing was like, oh, how do y'all feel about Beyonce's Lemonade? And I'm just like,
hold on, how the fuck did we get back to Lemonade?
Two different girls.
Two different everything.
And then Beyonce's album wasn't, I mean, they put her in the R&B category because the Grammys had to, because Black.
Yeah. But I mean, no,
country,
they should
rock.
have.
I mean, she really did all genres. I mean, we don't really have to get into it because again, this is about Summer Walker.
Yo, honestly,
She's
I'm gonna
been through a
have to
lot.
say, album of the year still to this day. Even Adele said it when she won album of the year.
She did.
This really should have been Lemonade.
She did.
So honestly, everybody agrees Lemonade was album of the year that year.
I mean, yes.
Album of the fucking year. Like,
But also,
and
that
like you
was
said, with
so
all
many
the
years
genres.
ago. It was so many years ago. So I guess for Summer to be getting that comparison, who knows? Because that was so many years ago. So it almost seems like, oh wait, has no other R&B female artist done anything between then and now? That's obviously not true.
Right.
But that's how they do out there in the social media worlds. But go off, Summer Girl. Yes, for putting the hurt and the pain and the fuck boyness all up in the album, girl. Because it's a really good project. I'm proud of you, girl. And
Making
then
these fucking comparisons.
right, it's like, why are we doing this? These aren't even the same types of things.
Summer is on her sophomore album. This is her sophomore.
And she's killing, like literally killed it back to back.
Right. Because usually the sophomore album will determine like make or break.
Be a little shaky.
Right. So, that sophomore album sometimes are like to take you out of here sometimes.
She did what she did, especially coming right after also like
great.
Megan's album, Something for the Hotties.
Yeah.
Yes, Megan. Yes. It's like, I mean, the girls have always been winning. The girls always win, murder, destroy, rip through, shred, crush, crumble.
Always.
The industry. Always. And I feel like this season of them has just been so wonderful.
Mm-hmm.
You know, some girls, you know, it's nice when the girls that are like the girls like take a seat and just sit down and let the other girls completely flourish. We live for moments like that. Yeah. And I feel like that's the season that, like the last couple years, it's been a season of flourishing for a lot of female artists, and I'm here for that.
It has.
I always connect more on that end of the spectrum when it comes to music anyway.
And that's why I have to say, please, y'all, stop comparing. Because what happened to, I know I still remember the time, we didn't have that many women. Right. We didn't have that many women for a period, especially in hip hop, rap. Mm-hmm. And then talking about like R&B, we knew Tiana Taylor was gonna come one day, Lord. But that was like before she had got into like Tiana Taylor.
Yes.
And so
Google me, baby.
I mean, really all we had was the old R&B, and you know, the artists, I would say like your Beyonce's and your Rihanna's, who hadn't gotten to a point where a category really didn't matter to them.
Right. And I'm so glad you said that, because I'm in the space about almost music in general. Because sometimes it can be a little monotonous. Like sometimes it can just be a little bit of the same. Mm-hmm. So it gives pop to me, because obviously that's what's popular.
Yeah.
So it gives all of it gives pop music. Mm-hmm. But then it's like certain girls get their like pop cred, and then certain girls like how they keep throwing Doja in pop.
Right.
Yes, popular, also lyricist.
Mm-hmm.
So
yes.
Also singer.
Mm-hmm.
Not just like songstress, singer.
Yeah.
Producer, club, another club. It's, you know, but you know, everybody has space, and I'm here for everybody winning that's talented and I guess making things that I like to hear. Everybody else I'm not really sure of. So
but honestly, Doja might have did that from a strategic point of view. Get them to throw her in pop at first.
Longevity.
because yes,
Longevity.
she's reaching that market.
She didn't have to transition into one or the other. I feel like
Right.
she came in pop rap. That
Yeah.
was just her brand from the get.
Mhm.
And I live.
So
I love Doja. I mean, it was a little shaky at first. I was like, "Oh, girl, what's going on?"
but like it's the
I didn't want
same
cows,
way,
girl.
like we said with Chloe and Normani and Lil Nas X, let them grow.
Yes.
Because what I see, like the same thing I said about your Beyonce and your Rihanna, they got to a point where the genre really didn't matter to them.
Right.
Okay, right now we are watching these new artists put Summer Walker in there, put SZA in there. We watching them like grow and build.
Yes.
Like we're watching them build right now. All of them are hustling.
Hello.
So that's what we're seeing right now.
Hello. Like, get to the money.
For y'all, you know, how could I say it? Generation Z people who are seeing this happen in real time with us, like y'all are growing up with them. Take note, like sit back and enjoy this.
That part. I'm gonna just, y'all, I'm sorry, my mic is giving me hell. Yeah. So what we're gonna do?
Because honestly, do you remember?
Do you really know?
I was just gonna say, shit. That Whitney took me out. Waking up in the morning, like what videos do you remember? Because I remember I would wake up and go to school. I think was I in elementary school? I don't know. But I just remember hearing and seeing Baby Boy by Beyonce play. And then after that, I would see like Usher's Yeah Come On or something. And I just remember those two artists, like seeing them growing up on my TV. And so, like, and just having those memories and like that feel, because I can remember everything about the whole room, because I would just remember those two videos when they came on. That meant it was time for me to get up, get ready for school. But first, I'm gonna sit up and I'm gonna watch these two videos because I already knew MTV was gonna play them back to back.
I mean, like, you're speaking of a specific time in our lives where me personally, bitch, you wake up early so you can get dressed, so you can sit down and enjoy your breakfast, and you can watch what's going on TV before you even get on the bus to clear your mind. It's crazy to me that we were just like the younger versions doing the younger things of like our parents waking up, having their coffee, watching the news. Honey, that was our news. Because you know that was what's going to be talked about on the playground.
Yes.
So you had to be up on the current events of what was going on. So we woke up,
crazy.
You know, had our clothes ironed the night before, got dressed, had breakfast, and sat down and watched our morning stories. Okay. You're right. Our morning stories.
So, like, y'all, younger generation, please enjoy this.
Because, you know, something about the having to get up and make sure you're on time to catch the things hits different than just being able to YouTube it.
Yeah.
I mean, you can still experience it, but it hits different
when you had to
when MTV tells you the day before that Mariah Carey's new video is dropping at 4 Eastern, but you had to figure out what time zone you were in so you can make sure that you were off the bus and had your things done so you can catch whatever the fuck MTV told you needed to catch.
Yes.
Or BET, whatever the case may be.
Because
it just hit a little different. It hit a little different.
Because you had to catch it.
What else is in Hot Topics this week? We're gonna come back to music, I feel like.
Yeah. Oh, we are, because I mentioned Tiana Taylor, and of course, I hate that she's going on the Fair World Tour because I want more music from her.
I need Mama to add more dates because the girls are sold out,
and I figured that.
I want to see it so bad. I'm like, girl, we just
Me
need
too.
more dates.
It looks amazing.
I know it is.
For real, for real.
I'm gonna
So
put on a show.
also we have Stevie J. You know, he filed for divorce from Faith Evans.
Gag.
I didn't even know they were still married. So I
I'm
guess shout
gagged. This
out
was
to
his
Faith.
first marriage.
It was her
That
second.
gags me. Not all that back and forth with Mimi. And y'all was very I'm like,
Now
no, Mona Sky, girl, you better create.
she
I'm
did.
like, because you had me thinking them hoes were married and divorced and bitter, and then Jocelyn. I was like,
Yeah.
he was given a lot. But I mean, do we know why he's filing?
No, I didn't even look it
He's
up.
filing. That's so interesting.
Right. That's what I was gonna mention. But then I was like, okay, well, I don't know. I don't know what's going on with that because I was gonna say shout out to Faith, but something tells me if Stevie J is filing,
It's
I need
something.
to ask a question like, what is going on?
What's going on? I mean, but then we know nothing. I've literally not followed them in their marriage or whatever is going on over there. It was always a
Right.
little odd. But then
Yeah.
I guess in the music industry, Stevie J is that dude or was one
Wow.
upon a time that dude.
Yeah.
And I think love and hip hop kind of, for some of us, made us feel like, who is this again? And what's going on? I mean, we knew who he was, but we didn't have a face constantly with the art and what he actually contributed to the music industry. All we caught was all the foolishness that was happening on the show.
Foolery, plum.
So it was
foolery.
like, child, why is he sitting around here playing with these other people
Atlanta niggas
that will probably most likely never be on the level that he has been and worked in the spaces he has worked? Why is this happening? So it kind of took away from that. But then looking back on it, I'm like, well, child, I've probably been knowing each other forever because Stevie J has been making music for the best forever.
Yes.
Like all your 90s jams, baby, that you probably really stand and love, a lot of those songs have Stevie J attached to them.
Yes.
So it's interesting. But I mean, I wish the best for both of them. They ain't got no kids together, so it should be an easy split.
Yeah.
But gag.
I mean, it should be very easy.
Unless this is for love and hip hop, and then that is really going to be annoying as fuck.
Faith better not get on Love and Hip Hop.
Oh, please. Didn't he quit already from Love and Hip Hop?
Didn't he what?
Didn't he quit from Love and Hip? Okay, good. Okay, never mind.
Because him and Jocelyn had left because they were doing something. I don't know. Next thing I know, she had cabaret.
Okay.
And she was dating that creepy dude. I'm sorry. He looks creepy. You know he looks creepy. He looks.
You better creepy. Not like. What's his name? Ballistic.
Oh shit! I was going to say Rich Dollars. Who is this? That is not Rich Dollars. I'm sorry. All of them are light skinned. I don't know.
Not Rich Dollars. Ooh, that Love and Hip Hop, man. It's something else.
Right. So many of them. What else going to say? Oh, you know Kanye. I guess he read an apology off a piece of paper, I guess to Drake, an apology. It was basically like, we just need to put down our beef or whatever. And he was in a church with somebody else standing beside him that was looking like a deacon. Right. And so I'm guessing, he apologizing and all of that. But my thing, I'm just not fucking with Kanye because he's still standing 10 toes down on all of his bullshit. He's not changing anything.
I wish him the best.
Right, exactly.
I wish him the best, and that's really all I can do. It's not my taste. It's not my style. I get it. I'm not even gonna say I get it. I'm gonna let the people have the things that they want to have. If they want to have his music and talk about how good Donda is, girl, go off. I will never listen to it. So it will never mean anything to me. I will never listen to it, girl. It's not gonna happen. When I literally the past couple of days I've been going through my title, and just going to my tracks and just listening to them all. Cause you know, you just be liking shit sometimes because you hear it and you may be high and it's like, oh, this sounds good. Or you may be drunk, it's like, oh, this sounds good. But then when you go back and listen to it, it's like, girl, I don't even like the song like that. So I just been going back removing shit from my list. And there's some songs that he's associated with that are still there, but literally listening to them, I forget that it's him. Cause I just like the song. Right. Once it starts to cross over into the space of like, oh, this is when shit started to really go left. That's what I'm like, oh, I can't, because now I'm distracted from the music and now all I'm thinking about is him as a person, the policies behind it. And I can't deal. And I'm also not trying to walk around Earth, bitch. I know y'all are so eager to get to space, but can we not become the aliens before they get here? Or maybe these are the aliens, honey, walking around in moon shoes.
Have to be.
And all of these things and trying to make others believe that these are attractive things. It's like, I get it. Oh, it's so comfortable. That's great.
They look like Crocs.
Those are Crocs. It's giving Dragon Ball Z where they be running so fast, their feet just look like clouds.
Okay, but I don't want my feet to look like clouds if I'm going slow ho.
I mean, I guess it depends on the setting, but I've never seen it with an outfit that makes sense to me. This is just me. I'm not saying I'm a stylist. I have the best style out of anybody. I'm just saying for me, I've never seen them donned with an outfit that looks, it's always like, oh, it's giving comfort in the airport, which I get.
Okay, but if you feel that way, then you just go get you some pink Crocs like Nicki Minaj.
But see, it's the name on it.
I guess.
It's the name on it, child.
I guess.
Won't catch me.
But it's ugly. Sorry. So sorry, but it's ugly.
It is not. It's not. And I feel like a lot of this is like, how far will y'all go for like the prestige of knowing that you can't afford or trying to make other people think that you can't afford these things? Like when I saw, like, this was on Twitter, these Balenciagas, bitch, not New Balances from the 80s, but they say Balenciaga and y'all are rushing. Q, when I tell you these shoes literally look like New Balances from the 80s. I'm talking about like exact design, color scheme, the whole shebang. But they say Balenciaga. And I'm just gagged. I'm just really, sometimes I really do feel like it just be the name on the things and it cannot be that you actually like the way that it looks.
Maybe I need to be a fashion designer because if this is what we need to do.
We've been saying this honestly, for a long time about you.
If Kanye can give y'all Dragon Ball Z wear, I think I could at least give y'all some Naruto. You know, some high fashion Naruto shit.
Yes, okay.
Damn, you know what the Orochimaru collection is dropping this summer?
I mean, if that's the bag we're going to dip into, go off. I find it interesting. I mean, he doesn't have a reason. It's pointless for him to make a public apology to Drake. I just feel like we don't need that. Like, maybe somebody does. Like, we don't really need. I don't care about whatever. It is what it is.
None of it. None
right?
Of it.
It's like, it's none of my business. If you want to apologize to him, call that man. Bitch, that ain't got nothing to do. That whole interview he did was just.
Oh, you talking about the one where he talked about John Legend and called him a sellout and said Big Sean was one too, and the worst thing he could have ever did was sign him. Like, nigga, are you dumb?
If that's how you feel, that's how you feel. But the worst thing, that's
the worst thing.
I mean, I love Big Sean as a lyricist. I think I've liked all his projects. And he's very nice to look at as well. So I don't really, and according to Janae, honey, he's beating her to smithereens. So I live for the whole aesthetic. So whatever is going on over there, whatever crystals he's rubbing in the mornings, you know, whatever alkaline diet he's on, I
Because
stand.
you know that nigga drinking alkaline water.
That part.
You know it.
I stand, but thank you. It's like I feel like Kanye in that
Him and Janae are
moment.
some beautiful people.
What we might have to play this one day, but when Shawnee had that conversation with Brandy, thank you.
Oh yeah.
Thank you for your services. Thank you. That's how I feel about Kanye.
Brandon
Thank you for your
moving fast
contributions.
enough. She wasn't moving fast enough.
That's how I feel about that. Anywho, what the hell else is going on in the world or in pop culture, rather?
Whew, okay, before we get to the heavy one, Saweetie was in, what's his name? Damson Idris from Snowfall.
Yes, I did.
He was playing Mozart for him, I think. Was that Mozart or was that Beethoven?
Don't give me the line.
Okay, it was Moonlight Sinatra. I think that's.
Bitch, is it Mozart or is it Sinatra? Is it Beethoven? What is going on?
It was Moonlight. It was the beginning of Moonlight Sinatra.
You should know what you were in color guard. I mean, not color guard. Wait. Not color guard. What is it when y'all stand up there with the white kids and sing? not me rewrite your entire high school career. Yes, color guard.
What out of all things you went to color guard?
Wait.
Oh shit! How was you going to color guard?
What was it when y'all would get on stage dressed like Stepford Wives? Y'all, the people, y'all know what I'm talking about. What is it when the kids get on stage? Dressed like 1940s husbands and wives. What is that called?
It's called show choir, nigga.
Yeah. Show choir. Yes. Yes, the show choir.
I gotta go get something to drink.
Okay, well, while he's gone to get a beverage to replenish his moisture. I'm sorry. I forgot what it was called. So the first thing that came to mind is color guard, because I was thinking about, they be on stage with all of their pastel colors.
Oh my God.
It always gives the Easter ceremony.
Oh, I will never look at show choir the same again. This nigga saying Stepford Wives, color guard, 1950s housewife, pastels.
Listen, no shade to all of y'all that are in show choir. I'm just saying that's the visual image that I get. Anyway, what's going on with Sweetie?
No, that was a thing that went viral. She was playing Moonlight. She was playing the fucking piano for Damson Idris. who is the lead of Snowfall. So, just to get y'all an
Mm.
image of who he is. Um,
I
but yeah,
did
it
see
just went
that.
viral. Yeah, she was.
Are they speculating that they're together, or it's just like, oh, she's playing
I'm
the
guessing
piano for
so.
him?
Yeah, because from what I can see, I think the top tweet said that what is it? She snagged Damson Idris, Damson Idris snagged
Mm.
her and all of that shit because apparently she was in sweats and she was barefoot while playing the piano. So
Girl, sometimes y'all be
I don't know.
reaching, looking, which I guess I get it.
Looking for
But
everything.
sometimes y'all be really reaching. I mean, sure. Why? Good for her. If
Right.
he's treating her like she wants to be treated and vice versa, good for those people.
I don't have nothing else to say about that. So moving right along, you know what the last one is, the heaviest one, Travis Scott. I know
I
you heard
do.
it about his Astro World concert in Houston that he was
Yes.
having. Actually, it was like a festival because he was going to do, I think, the 2 or 3 day weekend.
Mm-hmm.
Um, and on that first night, things went to shit really quickly because people, well, actually, not even that night, but that day, because I've seen videos of where people were breaking down barricades, jumping over security stuff, and just like hauling ass into the festival. And
Which is what they do at festivals.
yeah, the thing for me, that area was not equipped, I don't think, to hold that many people in that space.
Mm.
Like, honestly, I think they should have backed it up. But at the same time, thinking about it, because I'm just trying to figure it out. Like, I've never been to a Travis Scott concert, but I've seen like him at concert, and it's
Mm-hmm.
high energy,
Right.
lots of auto tune, very chaotic. Um,
Right.
but
Cocaine. Right.
yeah, lots,
Right.
lots of that,
Right.
and lots of college in the makeup. So
MDA, Molly. Um, I have seen him. He opened for Rihanna in Canada when I went to see her for her anti-tour. Um, an artist on stage doing what they presenting their talent.
mhm.
I didn't find anything odd about the way the people were acting there. But then again, people have been locked in their homes, quote unquote. That's the quote everybody likes to use. We've been locked in our homes, but you ain't been locked in your home.
I
And if you
guess
have, that's another story for Gail King.
right.
Um, I feel like a couple of different things about it. I've been to
Mhm.
high energy we have been
Yeah.
to high energy situations.
Mhm.
I do feel like possibly a more seasoned artist or an artist that really knows their demographic may have been able to handle the situation and have some more crowd control.
Mhm.
But also, he's not security. He's not the fire department. He's not all of
Oh,
these other people.
Travis.
Right.
Oh no, I don't blame. Never know him.
There's other people that were in place that were hired to do jobs that
Yeah,
weren't done efficiently.
you have a team while
Um,
you're on stage because you can't possibly see, like, I can't imagine you seeing from the front of your audience to the back of your audience at a festival.
right.
Um, and like, they can see what's going on in a crowd of people.
Right. Because you don't know what
But
that person's really seeing through their eyes when because sometimes you do things, and if you're like nervous or you're just in the moment and you're this other persona, it could be like a blackout experience.
mhm,
I've heard artists in interviews say before, I go on stage and then get off stage. For instance, the Super Bowl. Kelly
mhm.
Rowland has repeatedly been asked, how did it feel to be on stage at the Super Bowl with Destiny's Child? And she always consistently says, I have no idea.
Mhm.
Like I popped on stage and then I was off the stage.
Yeah.
Like, so we don't know what they're seeing through their eyes when that's happening. Mm-hmm. Like, I take it back to, like, I don't know, you had to give your first, like, public speech in college or whatever. And the teacher is always like, look straight to the back of the room or like look at the top of everybody's head so you don't have to like look in nobody's eyes until you get comfortable speaking in front of people. Like, you just never know.
I was just gonna say that's my favorite part, to like look in people's eyes and see what my reactions are.
Because you like to engage.
I like that.
We know. These are things that we are aware of. But thank you for telling the people. It is sad, especially about that 9 or 10-year-old, which I feel like, child, at some point, parenting, honey.
But yeah, apparently,
what would a 9-year-old be doing in a setting like that? I'm not saying not take your 9-year-old to the festival, sure, but maybe if it's like, I don't know, Kids Bop, or like something more not in the middle of a Travis Scott. I mean, honestly, I don't know any of his music like that, but just images of him performing, he seems very rah 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 and like rage, rage, rage. Given like that rock and roll type energy vibe. But see, the thing about that, you have to know how to control your audience if you're going to be presenting that. I mean, when we were at Made in America for Beyonce, shit was real wild for a moment. Yeah, and she was literally like on stage dancing full out choreo, but still like telling us like, y'all need to fucking push the fuck back because the people at the front are getting squished. Like, it was like, if I don't know if you have footage or if you were lucky enough to be there, there's just moments in the show where it was getting real wild, when people were getting real excited, and she was literally on stage like, and we listen because it's her. So we take 2 fucking steps back. I've been at other shows of hers as well that have been wild, and she's literally said like, I love y'all, I'm gonna need y'all to fucking, you know, back up, calm the fuck down. You know, in so many words, you know, respectfully, you know, somebody's getting fired type tease. But to us, right. So, but at this situation, I don't think I don't know. Again, I say I'm on both sides. It's like, fault him. I don't know if you can really fault him, because other people's jobs are to manage the space. Yes, he's the name associated with it, so of course he's going to get all of the backlash and, you know, the majority of the lawsuits thrown at him. And yes, he could have managed the crowd a little better. Like, hey, y'all are bugging. Chill out for a moment. We'll restart once we get everything under control, whatever. But maybe nobody was in his ear telling him that.
True. Honestly, I don't blame him for, like, you know, not being able to do anything in the crowd, you know, like not to see everything happening in the crowd. Right. And I saw a clip that he did stop the show one time and tell security to get somebody up, because, you know, that's what I'm saying. Like, I'm guessing he could see that person down, but he can't catch everything in the way that it sounds like in the 9-year-old who was there with his dad, because they both like Travis Scott music, and that was going to be his first festival or whatever.
Which cute.
And his dad put him on his shoulders, but his dad passed out. Yeah. Right. And so the little boy got trampled. And so in that situation, like,
I'm sorry, that is extreme.
That is.
We were at Made in America. That was intense.
Right.
Like, some of us were able to stay in the crowd, and some of us were like, bitch, girl, I love you, girl, but I got to step back, and then we got to step up and find another space where we can watch from. Because when you recognize the magnitude of what's happening around you, I feel like even if you don't have no health elements or anything like that, but your body is like,
When your body
I
said, let's
feel
go.
like it would be like waking up in the middle of the sea and seeing nothing else but water.
Yeah.
It's like, yeah, you can swim. That's great. It's different when there's nothing around you but the sea.
Mm-hmm.
So it's like, but you gonna swim forever or we dying here?
Mm-hmm.
And that's how, I mean, we were at Manic America. We turned around and looked back at the crowd and could not see where the people ended.
Mm-hmm.
That shit is terrifying. Okay. When we were at Coachella, see, it was a little different because we, had mapped out the scene. We were in the right place for like easy enough exiting if we wanted to. Like we weren't right at the front. We were at the, if you were there, you would know there were 2 stages. Oh, well, I guess y'all hoes saw it on Netflix too.
But you're right though, because we did scope out the area. Because we had already been, I think we saw Vince Staples the night
and
before.
People were still passing out because it's hot.
Yeah.
And people are screaming and you're packed like sardines. Like people are going to pass out. Now the death and the trampling, I couldn't imagine myself stepping on somebody.
That's
just to get saying. 2 inches closer to the stage. Because that's my thing. The 2 inches closer, do you see better from there? Is it better there to be right up on somebody? Even in a festival setting, it's like, yes, everybody's together, but is that, I don't know. And see, sometimes the concert etiquette don't be given what it needs to give.
If I'm on a substance, I'm already like heightened. So if I step on something, I'm going to jump back and look down to see exactly what I stepped on.
And how y'all not help them up?
Right. That's my thing. Like, that's for the people in the audience for me.
Right. Some accountability.
That's basically that's what I'm trying to get at, because y'all just as human beings, like, when you step on something, and then when you have an ambulance, I saw people dancing on top of the ambulance. Like what the fuck? Again, when I'm on a substance, one thing I'm not finna do is get on top of an ambulance, especially when I see it already trying to fight to get to a crowd of people. So that means
obviously help somebody.
What that means, if they are fighting to get through this crowd, that person has been needing help. That person is still there. They trying to get through. So
exactly.
That's what I'm like, okay, as human beings.
Some accountability as a human.
Exactly.
I mean, I just could not imagine. And again, it's hard with this situation because everybody has a slice of blame. Everybody involved kind of has a slice of blame here. Just a lot of things weren't done correctly. I just cannot see myself so desperately crawling to get to someone that I would step on and over and keep it pushing so other people behind me thought it was a go to keep moving and literally trample someone to death. I just cannot see it. Right. I just really cannot see it. I mean, and we all know I love a concert. Like, I love a concert. And some of them I have seats. Some of them I prefer a general admission type experience because I want to be in with the people for that particular artist. You know, it all depends. And I just take all those things in accountability when I go somewhere. Like at Coachella, Beyonce was the only artist that we were willing to be in between the barricade and the people behind us to see, because we wanted to see up close the mother of all mothers. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like the mother of dragons is what it was giving. Okay. It was giving Targaryen energy.
Yes, I was just gonna say it.
So we wanted to be close so we could witness the history that was being made. Every other artist that we saw at Coachella we had no problems standing at the back of the audience.
Right.
Because we were all on the same seeing level.
Mm-hmm.
Like, bitch, that's what the Jumbotron is for, a hoe. Like, it sometimes I just think maybe the excitement and maybe the types of drugs people were on had them maybe where they didn't feel anything. Who knows? Maybe they didn't feel the people that were stepping on. It could be, we don't know. All these rumors of like, pricks and stabbing people with drugs and all of this. I'm like, girl, what was really going on out here in the crowd? I do wish he would have not. I would have rather him said nothing or had his people write and release a statement.
Yeah.
That shit he did on Instagram, girl, that was cringe.
What the fuck was that?
That was so cringy to watch. I was like, not, you know what it gave? It gave.
That's what it gave.
You didn't deserve the role, but you was real good friends. Like your mama is real good friends with the theater coach. So they cast you for the role that you did not deserve. Mm-hmm. And you trying to pull off empathy on camera. You trying to pull off sadness and emotion on camera, and it's not reading. That's what it gave. All of this. I'm just like, girl, cut the camera off. I am really uncomfortable watching this.
Please cut the cameras.
I'm sad. Says what? Sad. I'm just like, it gives. I would have rather you just released a written statement for people to read and to put their own emotions on versus seeing you on camera and then having Kylie have to make a statement. It was just given overkill for me in that area. Like, I don't know if Chris, right? I don't know if Chris panicked and was like, "Not my baby," and for this foolishness, y'all not finna sue us for not one damn dollar over here.
Yeah,
I don't know if that was it or what. And then it's like, girl, not the black and white filter, girl.
Well, they
like, not you really trying to amp up the. I was like, it was really cringy. I would have rather him not did that.
I hear they're cutting his footage on whatever Keeping Up with the Kardashian thing they're doing with Hulu.
Bored.
Yeah. So
canceling him, I feel like that's a stretch. I mean,
canceling him.
And this is coming from someone that he said homophobic things.
Travis Scott?
Yes.
I didn't know he talked.
That part. That's why I don't know not one song.
It's in auto-tune. I don't know music. What the fuck is going on.
I don't know anything.
Ooh.
For the longest, because that I guess the albums that look at us all sidetracked. There's an album of him that looks like they made him into an action figure.
Oh yeah.
Which not me thinking, oh, they just made him look like this. But then when I saw that press release, I was like, oh, bitch, this is his face.
Oh yeah, he actually looks like that.
Bitch, I felt so many emotions. Like I was like, oh wow, work.
That's actually his face. Yeah, that's him.
He's not okay. This is not important.
I didn't, like I said, I didn't know he talked. So
right. He shouldn't have did that. That's the only thing where I'm just kind of like, oh, you should have. I mean, I get it. You had to really put something out there really quick, but you should have had someone draft something up for you that works in PR. Because I'm sure the PR person wasn't like, get on Instagram stories, change your filter, bitch, to black and white hoe, and I want you to act today. It was not given. I would have rather.
I hope your PR.
I would have rather Kylie made the only and initial statement. Because I know Mama would have got on camera and really, tried to emote. Yes. Would have really tried to emote. So at least it would have been something. But him doing that made the situation even more really like, ooh, baby. Beyonce would not. But then again, here we go. Let's talk about some don't compare it and look at us comparing these hoes.
Oh, okay. So moving on. I want to
Michael
introduce.
Jackson's, just think about Michael Jackson's crowds where people were passing
Right.
out in things, but people
Right.
had the decency to at least pick them hoes up and pass them forward, bitch, like a collection plate.
Yeah.
That happened at Coachella. That happened at Made in America. It's like these girls are passing out. Pick them up and slide them along.
Yeah. You get them safely out of the way, out of the
Right. You want
crowd.
to enjoy the show, or do you want the show to completely end? Because those are your options.
Whew.
But clearly, in this particular situation, that wasn't their option. Their option was to continue on.
Yeah, I hope something good comes out of that, but we have been in what's popping for way too long. So
We have. Let's go. Let's get into it. What are we actually talking about this week?
Are we doing that right now?
What do you want to do?
Because I wanted to introduce a new segment called Like This, Like That. Okay, so
yes, go. Fill me in. What's going on with like that?
With Like This, Like That, I'm gonna share my screen and show you guys a photo.
Come on, producer.
So this is Viola Davis as Michelle Obama. And she will be portraying Michelle Obama in the new Showtime series coming out in 2022 called The First Lady. So this is one photo. I want y'all to get a good look at Viola.
Oh, she's gonna eat. She is going to eat. Whoever did the wig, baby.
So
I need to research. Whoever did the eyebrows, baby. The makeup artist and the hairstylist on set, 8. I need to get their names.
Like This, Like That. See, you get it now because you know where I'm going with this. You know exactly where I'm going with this because where Viola alone to wake her ass up and
like this,
and be Michelle Obama like this.
That. Look at. Oh my God, this brings back so many. Oh, I think Like This, Like That's gonna be my new favorite segment.
Because every week we're gonna pick something. It doesn't matter what it is, but it's like one of us will pick something and we'll do Like This, Like That.
I stand. Yes, producer, I stand for this idea. Because honestly, where did Viola learn to take her ass on that motherfucking set and clench her motherfucking jaws and lips together like that? To become Michelle Obama like this.
You know, her teeth imprints are in her lips like that. Got Vaseline across her teeth like this.
Oh my God. Chauncey, if you're watching, girl, this is for you. This segment is for you, Chauncey, girl. Because this was our shit. This was our shit, Chauncey. That's my sister, y'all. We live for her.
Shout out to Chauncey.
Okay. But yes, Viola, she always gets the fucking assignment correct.
Every time.
I mean,
playing with her.
We hadn't even heard her speak. We ain't heard no opening lines, no monologues. We don't even really know what the full premise. Well, maybe we do because I could probably Google it. It would tell me. Okay. But the images alone, bitch, give her things at the awards. I don't want no fuck shit. Give her things at the awards. Honey.
When I tell you, I would have never thought to put Viola Davis as Michelle Obama, but now seeing it, whoever thought of this, give them a raise.
The same one we played Waller. Girl, get out of here. You better act.
Range. And where'd you get fucking range like that, Viola?
Apparently from Juilliard. Work.
Or learn to be educated like this. High class diploma like that.
Yes, girl. I mean, kudos to you, Viola, girl. We stand you. We stand you for a long time. A long time. I think Annalise really took a lot of us over and beyond. And everything after that, gold. Everything after that, gold, honey. Honey, where'd you learn to be a motherfucking actress like this? Play every fucking role like that. If y'all, Viola as Michelle, it's the face for me.
Oh, when I say award season finna be lit.
She's finna act boots. Oh, she's finna act. Yeah, I would have never seen this coming. But looking at it, it's like, oh, she put in the work.
She's about to do this.
It's not giving just somebody, I'm gonna play her, we're gonna try to get the wig right. Basically what I'm saying, it's not giving Tyler Perry Studios.
Whew.
It's giving budget. And it's giving act. No shade to Tyler Perry, he's done a lot for the community and the people. I'm just saying, sometimes the mic and the booms be a lot, like the boom in that Lil Boosie video, quote unquote, where the gay man came up to him talking about some, Lil Nas X is my niece. Fuck you, you gonna hit me? And I was like, girl, this seems real fake. And then somebody pointed out, bitch, not the boom in the background. I was like,
really?
Okay.
That must be for a video or something.
Now who's trolling who? But anyway, I'm just gonna stand for the day that like we're gonna get footage one day, honey, of some things going down, and y'all are going to gag, and I cannot wait for y'all.
He may put it on himself.
And to recant all the shit that you toxic straight men speak on. But anywho, moving right along.
They're just gonna change the narrative and attack Lucy then. So whatever.
I like yes, for the introduction of this segment. I stand.
Like this, like that. So, next week, Jay will pick something, anything, and we'll have a like this, like that segment.
We told y'all some things were changing. We told y'all we were going to be adding some things, doing some different things. These are part of the things, bitch. I just found out, but I stand.
Okay, and you also had something new, clip of the week.
Yes, we are gonna do a clip of the week. Basically, what this is,
should we do it now or should we do it at the end?
Let's do it at the end. We'll do it at the end, the clip of the week. We kind of hinted at it last week. Child, we've been talking all day. Let's get into the topic.
Okay.
So, actually, let me plug in real ghetto, real unclassy base. Let me plug in my laptop before this hoe dies. That's the real gag. Now me up really feeling like Barbara Walters.
I can actually see you with a nighttime television show though.
Is it giving nighttime?
Ooh. Wait a minute. Nigga, do 60 minutes. You need to do a 60 minutes. Please get a 60-minute interview.
Not a full 60. Can we do 69? Just to spice it up. Why stop at 60? But you almost had me there. Why we stop? Anywho, let's get into our main topic for the week. It seems like we should have been on it.
Right.
What are we talking about?
Okay. So for the main topic, in light of Insecure, in the final season that's airing, I wanted to know, for the main topic, we are going to be interactive with these characters. So instead of going through them all, I'm going to say, who is your favorite character on the show? I hope I have them written down.
I'm sorry, y'all. This is silence and me thinking.
That's fine. Take your time.
My favorite, I mean, I don't know about. My first instinct is to say Kelly.
Okay, we can stop at Kelly.
I feel like she represents me well.
Okay, so um, you know, this spoiler alert, and this last episode, well, not last one, but one before last,
I was gonna
it
say,
was about their reunion. Is that the one everybody got mad about? Or was that the first one?
I mean, people really got mad about the first one.
Okay, yeah. So yeah, it was their reunion night. But you remember as like Kelly, she has been like the comedic relief, like for the whole thing.
Trying to keep it cute, trying to keep
Right.
the party civilized.
But it was she tries because she be getting hoes fucked up.
Trying to keep it fun.
Yeah, she always try to keep it fun, keep it light, and she always got some straightforward shit to give you.
Yes, she does, honey. She
Right. You may have to shift through her advice, but she always got some straightforward shit to give you. Now, with Kelly, this first episode or whatever of this season, we see her like, the alumni kind of kill her off and put her on the memorial. And you remember it's like she woke up and she kind of was like, this ain't funny. And so
like, I'm not laughing.
Right. And so you can tell she had a lot on her mind. And then we saw her progress on, like in the next episode, or the last one with the baby shower.
Right.
You saw her stop drinking. Right. Same old Kelly, but she had stopped drinking and it kind of seemed like she wanted right to be taken a little bit more seriously. So with that, have you ever been in that type of situation where you wanted to basically change the perception people had of you, or yeah, actually, yeah, that's the question. Well, have you ever been in a situation where you want to change the perception that people had of you, like that image they had of you, the optics, as people like to say?
Yes, several times over. The short answer, yes, several times over. I have found myself in situations or environments where I wanted to be perceived a certain way. But whether it be my actions or those people, that wasn't happening. And it's really hard to try to change, because then you feel like you're doing something wrong. Because then you start questioning, okay, what was the reason? Am I changing so I can just be cool in the setting? Am I it's like, why am I really doing this? Because it's a lot of work, right?
Mm-hmm.
It's a lot of effort to have someone that already has a perspective of you and then to change that perspective.
Right.
It takes a lot of work. It's more than just like, well, let me just start wearing something different. Like, it's a personality switch that you almost have to wear. I mean, depending on your particular situation.
Mm-hmm.
But yes, I definitely have. Sometimes I've pulled it off. Sometimes I've stopped caring, and sometimes I have not pulled it off.
Now that you're answering this, I was thinking about the first episode of the first season, the very first one, where Issa was basically doing a montage of Molly, and she was like, "Why can't it be more like Molly? Like white people love Molly." And you saw Molly like in the boardroom doing her whole speech with her white boys. And then it got to the black people, she was playing dominoes, and it was black people love Molly. And so it kind of gives me like a chameleon type feel from her.
Child, I've been called that before.
Right. Versus, with Kelly, who is now, I guess, wants to switch it up and try something different.
Right.
For some
people, it's natural. For some people, it's natural to just shape shift, bitch, like a character out of True Blood. And some people it's just natural, honey, to morph into something else, bitch, like Beast from fucking Teen Titans. Like some people have it and some people don't. I mean, I feel like that's the best way. Some people have the gift and some people simply do not. So it's harder for them. And
Right.
usually people look at it like, oh, this person, because that used to be me. And maybe it still is, but I don't know. I don't really often hang out in lots of different settings anymore. So it's hard to say. I guess we'll see next summer-ish. Things are going to be shaken up. But some people would say Jay can go into a space and no matter who he is speaking with, the type of person that they are, he can somehow manage to like fit in that setting. Not that he changed himself, but it just makes sense and works. And
Right.
then other people will be like, so you got to watch that bitch.
Mm-hmm.
That bitch can be talking to you and your enemies, bitch. Like, you know, it's two sides of the coin.
You're right.
It's just the way it is. Like, that's no fault of Molly's that she's able to do that.
Right.
But I can also see Kelly where it might be a bit of a struggle because she has been who she is through and through in a singular type of way.
Mm-hmm.
Like, oh, bitch, this is Kelly.
Right.
So then when it starts to be like, ooh, I want to be perceived different, it might be hard. Whereas fucking Molly, which I can walk in the office and do this.
Mm-hmm.
I can walk in the trap and do this.
Right. You're right, because Molly has been doing it longer and she, well, because in that sense, you know, you think about Kelly and Kelly did have her job, well, has her job as an accountant. So you know she's in that corporate space with white people. And of course, you already know we've seen Kelly hang with black people. I mean, she can mix them together. But I think what's going on with her is not like a chameleon type thing. It's like a, how do I want to be remembered type thing.
Oh, that's so crazy that you just said that, because when we were talking about topics and then you said you had, I was like, cool. My topic was kind of thinking along that line of legacy. Because I feel like for older Black men, that means something a lot different. And I really don't know what that's based in anymore. But yeah, that's so interesting that you say that, because I was literally thinking earlier today, like, what is this legacy that some people talk about? But then when they're gone, what is it that you're leaving behind that people need to remember?
Yeah.
It's like you just lived, you know, it's given, I ain't gonna say that. It's just, it's giving you lived. It's giving you lived, you learned. That was for the thing, the bare necessities. You know, it was just a regular life. And then you try to put all this guilt and baggage on your offspring to do all these things to carry on this legacy. And it's like, is this your legacy or my legacy? Is it our legacy? What is the legacy?
Right.
It kind of gets confusing. So that's interesting you say that, but go ahead.
Okay. But like I was going to say, like we had dipped over into Molly. I wanted to touch on something with Molly too, because something she did. Have you seen this last episode? You haven't seen it? Okay, well, this ain't got nothing to do with Molly, this last episode. So let's go right over that. I think it was the second one when she was filling out the dating thing online, and she flashed back to her past relationships and how she had sabotaged them. And, you know, hearing Andrew yell at her in that moment saying, you know, you never let shit go. I personally have had to flash back on some relationships like, well, maybe I was a mean motherfucker in that moment.
Right.
Like, maybe I did not let shit go in that relationship.
Right.
And it will just stop you and make you question some things. like, okay, now wait a minute. I need to do some
Not
work
I'm the
in these
problem.
areas. Right. I need to do some work in these areas.
Like, am I the drama?
Basically, you have to look at yourself and ask, like, am I the problem? So,
Oh, amen. I mean, do you feel like you related? I mean, obviously, it sounds like you did. You really related to Molly in that instance.
yeah, in that
Like, oh,
instance.
even when things are good, I will find a way to find something that's a problem because I'm uncomfortable in this space for whatever reason.
Mhm.
So let me find something
Yes.
where it's not me that's the problem, bitch. It's either you or it's both of us.
Right.
But it ain't gonna just be me.
I ain't no captain and I ain't going down with this goddamn ship.
Right. We're sharing this.
Okay? Yeah. But I really related to her in that moment.
How do you feel
Issa
about Condoleezza Rice?
Oh, I was getting to her because I was just gonna say, Issa, Condola, and Lawrence, the triangle. Have you? Because I don't think I've ever been in a situation. I'm lying. I'm lying. Damn, I was gonna lie. Shit. But yeah, I've been in a triangle situation before where I was like flat out asked, you know, okay, what is going on? Like, are you cheating on basically that same old question, are you cheating on me? And at first, like you lie. I pulled a Issa. I lied like she did to Lawrence in that first episode because I was still messing. Well, I had just rekindled something with somebody from my past that one time, and then you go home and you lie about it.
Don't look at me for confirmation.
I'm not looking at you for confirmation, nigga. Like you go home.
Wait, no, be to agree.
You go home and you lie about it. When initially asked, and things may progress. Y'all may see each other later on, and but then, like with Condola, you have somebody else that pops into the picture, and there might be a wrench thrown in plans. That part, I'm trying to think. I don't think I've ever gotten to that part. I've never had that type of relatability.
That's a lot going on.
Because like a whole baby, that is a huge situation with Condola.
Never. I thank the Lord every day.
But how can I put it? Because just like Issa cheated on Lawrence with somebody from the past, Lawrence cheated on Condola with somebody from his past. Who at the time just, happened to be Issa. So
it was a mess.
Right. It's like a cycle. And I've done that and I've had that happen to me. So that aspect I can relate into that. Now, do you want to speak on that topic? No? Okay.
No, I can't relate. No, I
okay.
Cannot. I cannot relate.
What about the oh no, because you're married now. Never mind. Scratch that one.
What were you gonna say? You can,
I was gonna say, what about like the Molly and Dro situation? How Dro was in an open marriage and he was over there basically gaslighting Molly ass. But in a whole situation with Molly, but he was still married. Like, have you ever been in a situation like before you were married? Have you ever been in a situation where anything like that? No.
Not that I can recount. No, because I think if in my life, I think if I had been messing with someone that was married, that would be known and on the table
Yeah.
because of the situation.
Right, like Molly.
But not quite like Molly.
Okay. What would you
But see,
change?
Molly didn't know.
She didn't know he was married. I thought she knew.
Did she know from the beginning?
I'm pretty sure.
Well, then maybe I have. That's all.
Oh, okay. Okay. All right.
No, I'm just saying. Yeah, I guess, but then I don't know, that whole open marriage thing.
Mm-hmm.
It seems like a lot of work and a lot of communication.
Yeah.
I mean, granted, you should be working on your marriage and working on your communication, but it's like, child, it just seems like a lot. You have to be solid, 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 18 toes down, like firmly planted in your relationship.
Yes.
To even start to try to play with something like that. But you 2-3 years in, bitch, it's not enough time. It's not enough time, ho. Like you don't really know where your feelings of jealousy lie. You don't really know where you fall, on that scale of like rage, anger, jealousy, envy. You don't know where you fall with all those things with the partner yet, child.
Yeah.
I'd be feeling like, but you need to be 15 years in.
Yeah, long
Before
time.
you be trying. I mean, exaggeration, of course, but you have to be deep, deep in or start out that way.
Right.
Maybe you started out with that mindset, but then you want this to be your person, but y'all have an understanding of how this is going to go into the future.
True.
So, because you can't be gas. Mm-mm.
Well, I mean, now I feel like because actually, no, I was gonna say because I feel like you're the only married one in the group, but that's not true because Erica is married. So I feel like both of y'all are going through y'all Tiffany and Derek stages. So like when I think about y'all, I think very, Tiffany and Derek. Like they have their houses, they have their husbands. They talk to the friend group and all of that, but they are just usually over there in their own worlds with their husbands doing their thing.
Yes, bitch. Bacon, chicken, and shit. Yes, honey. All of that. Very domestic.
Uh-huh. And see, but basically, like, I just wanted to touch on some of these topics, like some of these things, because I can easily go into how Issa is growing and figuring out her business and what she wants to do, and how Lawrence at one point was struggling, and now he's making big moves and also having to step up and be a father.
Which is child, that whole situation is a lot.
A lot. I can also go touch on Nathan and talk about, how him and Issa messed around, but now they're supposed to be friends. But Issa still, has a spot in the back of his barbershop that she's doing business out of. So, this show, it offers so many relatable life situations. It's a very, very good show. And so I just wanted to touch on like a couple of these characters and things that they're going through because I know they are very relatable.
Yes, she's not writing from just out of the air. That's right. Damn sure.
I think I'm gonna do like a Nathan Issa type thing. Because I just, because on that level, like I get where Nathan is coming from. Because when you can see greatness in somebody and they just need like a push,
right?
To, go and do what they need to do. Like they're
Right.
trying to do it. They have the business and you just want to support them and then show them like, hey, try this because I can see this working clearly for you in like your whole business. So
Is that where you're falling in line? Is that
I,
your
I think
journey
like,
currently?
yeah, I believe that is what's been happening because I was like, damn, I was watching them too, and I was like, shit,
This
this is
feels
like a
familiar.
fucking mirror that's
I
that's going on
love
right
this
now.
for you. I mean, at the space that they're at now.
Yeah,
like at this good positive space that they're at now, this seems good for them.
yeah.
I mean, that whole free, I mean, I feel like most adults have those situations though, unless you meet somebody new and they make you cut off everybody that you knew before. Like a
I
lot
don't
of
know,
people
like
have
it's
friends
dead
that they
like
have
that.
done things with, but now it's just their friends.
Mhm.
Like it's just child, it's just the nature of the beast.
Right.
like it's literally just the nature of the fucking beast. You meet a friend, y'all are friends, bitch. In your youth, things happen, one thing leads to another. Bitch, I'm sad. I'm talking to you about my sadness. And
Mhm.
next thing you know, here we go
Yeah.
with the fool line. But then at the end of the day, it's like, we both know this is not gonna work for us like that.
Right.
Friends is where we need to kick it.
Yes.
Friends is where we need to kick it. And I
Yeah,
feel
but
like that's healthy if both people have a complete understanding and then a respect for the other person.
I feel like there's still. I feel like I don't know when I get Nathan and Issa, it's kind of like a
I
flirtatious
mean, they still
tension.
like,
It's very flirtatious, I would say.
right. Which would be problematic if they had a significant, well, if Issa had a, you know,
Right.
but you know what I'm saying? Like it would be like a
Uh-huh.
little, because we know people, it's obviously that they're friends and they kiki. It's obviously that they also fuck, but it's obvious that it's not like that's the only thing.
Right.
You see them in public at the party and it'd be very like flirty-ish, but it's like we flirting because we've seen each other.
Mhm.
So we know what it gives, what it needs
But
to give, but we're not like together.
right.
you know. None of
Exactly. And
that.
see, like,
We don't know. Who knows what'll happen by the end of the season?
you're right. You never know. Um, because like I said, even with Lawrence having to make a major decision, I don't know. I just feel like for some reason, I think I'm relating more to Nathan now that we actually in this and talking about it.
Nice.
What about you? Out of Issa, Molly, Kelly, Tiffany, Lawrence, Condola, Nathan, Derek, Dro, Chad. Oh, we didn't even touch on crazy ass Chad.
It's so meaning. Let's not do it.
Right.
We've already done
Who do
too
you
much.
relate to the most right now? Would you say?
Um, I mean, I feel like it would have to be a toss up again. It's like Kelly,
Okay. It could be a mixture. Kelly,
Kelly, and probably like Issa.
got you.
Like a little dash of both. I mean, I know the natural answer would be Tiffany, but I know the optics of it would give Tiffany.
I'm sorry. You and E just give Tiffany. I'm sorry. And y'all two
I
bougie hoes
know
know y'all
it
give
just
Tiffany.
gives Tiffany, honey. It gives newborn, but we only have Tiffany spoons. Like it gives that energy. I mean, maybe throw Tiffany in there too, like because I get it.
Yeah. We
It's a,
know.
it's a lifestyle.
We know.
It's a lifestyle. I definitely get it. So yeah, it's like a mixture of the three. I mean, you know me, child. One
Yeah.
day is this, the next day is this.
Yeah.
So throw all them hoes in there and mix them up, honey.
All the while talking about the
Sugar
Powerpuff
and
Girls
spice and something nice.
and Chemical X.
Yeah, exactly. That's exactly what I was going for. Well, thank you for bringing it up. I mean, it is interesting, like watching those characters evolve, and then the addition of other characters and how they kind of fit into the large storyline. And like you said, all of it seems to be very relatable content.
Right.
So at any stage that they're at in their lives on the show, most of us can pinpoint a time in our lives where we were in one of those situations very similar. And then you watch it play out with them, and then you have to go back and be like, wait, how did this play out? Was I the fucked up one in this situation? Like, that's what it makes you do. Because most people
I was like,
on the side of they're in the right.
I get it, Molly. I get it. Quarantine has done something to me, and I get it, Molly. Sometimes you need to calm down and just self-reflect because it's us.
Like, just shut up and just let the moment exist. like, you don't have to do all that extra. So I'm glad you brought that up. That's gonna be, and then also, y'all listening and watching, who do you relate more right now in the storyline? Let us know. And while y'all are doing that, we're gonna get right into the clip of the week. And this is where we throw out a little like pop culture reference, something that just holds a lot of weight in the community. Like when you hear it, you feel emotions immediately. No matter what the emotions are, you feel emotions immediately. So I'm gonna try to play it here for us to listen to.
So she keeps re-bringing it up. This happened in 2012. It's 2014 now, and she's still trying to use it because she has nothing else going on. And she's sitting around, running around, talking about my husband and the father of my children, and she spends her weekends peddling through sperm banks, catalogs to try to find a donor. Honey, you don't know if your baby daddy will be an axe murderer or a child molester, because what you will know is that he needed $10 to get him a medium-sized pizza, so he ejaculated in a cup so you could have a kid. Now check that.
And that was that on that.
It's like it just kept getting worse and worse. Like, oh my God, somebody stop this woman.
It was like a drive-by, but no one's driving. Bitch, it's pull up to the spot, hard stop, hang the chopper out the window, and let it sing.
And I feel like I'm just walking my dog and I'm just stuck. I can't even move.
It's very much, it's a glitch in The Sims. We all stuck in position. Nobody, I mean, if y'all don't know that clip, hopefully y'all can hear it okay. We're gonna figure that out. But if y'all remember that clip when Phaedra, I don't give a damn if she had wrote the read 6 days before and practiced it every night. I don't care what the background is for the read. The read was a read, honey. She laid Kenya's ass out. Now, we don't really have to get into the foreshadowing because Apollo had a lot going on.
Oh, yeah.
But that moment, and that's where we just want to go back to that moment and we want to sit in it. Baby, she let her fucking have it. Let her have it. And the gag is, don't Mark sell pizza?
I think he do. Now that I think about it, he looked like a pizza flipping motherfucker.
I don't know what's going on at Mark's Brooklyn restaurant. It just feels like pizza.
Allegedly, I heard he sell pizza. Shit.
Honey, because what you will know.
Hell, Phaedra may be a prophetess. Shit.
You know what she might be. She might bury people and she might be a prophet. Who knows? That's going to be our clip of the week from when Phaedra laid Kenya's ass out at the reunion about trying to flirt with Apollo and all of that. Because what you will know is that he needed $10 for a medium-sized pizza.
Oh.
Honey, it was the medium-sized pizza for me. It was the $9.99 Domino's special for me. I said, you better read, Phaedra. And it was Kenya's face, honey. Because she couldn't give, it was nothing else to give. There were so many great moments in that situation. It was Candy trying to fight back the laughter from her friend. It was Candy fighting back the laughter. It was Nene. Okay.
In the background with her goddamn ad libs.
It was Nene co-signing for me.
Making it worse.
Bitch, it was Andy over there looking like he was watching fucking Serena play at Wimbledon. Girl, it was everybody was shifted that evening. It was a gag.
I mean, she let her have it.
She did. She deserved it. And with that being said, I mean, the name of the show is The Pits.
Right.
We've
so
been
let's jump
talking
into
for
it.
a very long time tonight.
Mm-hmm.
We've been talking for a very long time. Do you have anybody that you would like to toss in the pits of hell this evening?
I would like to toss Kyle Rittenhouse and all of his supporters, including the judge, all of you, into the pits of hell. He should have never had an assault rifle out there. If he's 17, what is he doing out there with an assault rifle?
And the mother needs to be in jail as well.
Exactly. So all of them into the pits. That's what I got.
I stand with that as well. And on that same note, this jury for Aubrey, no. It's not giving. It's not giving. It's not giving that there's only one Black person on the jury.
Throw it out. Throw it out.
How? You know what? It's not even how. It's how you make it so obvious. Like, how do you make it so obvious in, you know, the climate in which that happened and that we're still in currently? But you think people are stupid and can't see through what the fuck is going on?
All of these white people.
We see you. You're not even trying. That's more disrespectful than the decision itself. It's just to be like, oh, child, they'll get over it. At least we got one Negro on staff. That is not fucking giving.
And it can't be an excuse of, they didn't show up, the people of color, because
not true.
I'm pretty sure that's what the prosecution was having trouble with them doing, was quit kicking out all of the people of color.
Exactly. Which we see what you're doing. But honestly, no surprises. It's no surprises. So into the pits of hell with all of you. I'm trying to think. Anybody else pissed me off? Honestly, not in my personal life. No. I'm kind of rid of that energy as of late. I don't really have any of that going on. That's causing me any distress or grief, because a bitch wakes up, goes to work, goes to the gym, comes home. So, and then other things that I do, travel here and there, mind my business, gather my peace, sit with the cacti, you know, those things. And with that being said, thank y'all so much for listening. Thank y'all for watching. If you're on our YouTube, we appreciate you. Like we said, things
we love y'all.
Change. We're evolving. We're getting into, you know, still getting into a groove a little bit. We love y'all. Stay as Black as possible, my kings and queens. And as always, let your melanin pop severely, like ours. Doesn't it look?
Right.
It looks.
I need to exfoliate, but you know.
Here we go.
You know.
All right, y'all. Good night. Bye.